Alright, so this is a little bit of a different video that I'm doing today because I actually just got off doing a live stream with Chris from Tigercast, who is a massive Richmond channel that a lot of you guys probably watch, and I think definitely watch just from a lot of the comments that I've been seeing as well. And we did kind of a little live stream of doing a little bit of a Richmond tier list ranking, but also some other stuff like, you know, going over how we think Richmond's 2025 season has gone so far, and some other things like the little random story I have of shaking Adam Usuzas' hand, which is a kind of funny thing we decided to talk about on the live stream when I was asked how I think Usuzas has gone, you know, as the coach of Richmond so far. So I thought it'd kind of be cool if I compiled those moments from, of course, that live stream and put them for you guys here, so you know, get to see what our thoughts and opinions were on the season so far, etc., and just all of the above. But again, before we do get into that, if you haven't already, go and subscribe to the Tigercast channel, which this live stream was on. Again, I think the best Richmond content probably on YouTube, of course. Again, probably the biggest Richmond channel as well. So Chris is really good. He does some really good content, and yeah, go check him out. Link will hopefully be in the description down below if I remember. If not, the channel should be tagged in the title. But I guess without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Alrighty, Tiger fans, it's Thursday night, and this is part 2 of the Richmond tier list exercise. And I'm joined again by Jordan from Centre Half Bench, who joined me for the first iteration of this, where we had a crack at doing this. So it's been a long time between drinks, but I'm really glad we're going to sit back down and revisit this and re-rank what we did from the first time. But how are you, mate? How you been?
Yeah, very, very good. It's always good to hear that Richmond song that you just had in the intro, mate. Hearing that loud as day is very, very good. I'm very happy to be here. We get to finish off the tier ranking that we did, a couple months ago, and it's gonna be good.
We get to update. Before we go any further, I want to say big congratulations for hitting 10k subs as well, mate. That is a monster effort on your channel. So make sure, if you haven't got around the channel yet, go and give it a like and subscribe. Amazing stuff, mate. You must be pretty chuffed with that.
Mate, I'm very, very happy. You know, I think I worked hard, but just to hit that 10k subs, like I think 10-year-old me would be jumping up and down thinking he's like this massive YouTuber. But I don't know. I just think, it feels weird. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I don't know. It's just very, I'm very happy. I think is the only way I can put it, that I got 10k.
Judging by your video, it almost caught you a little bit off guard. Like you knew it was coming, but I don't think you knew it was happening when it happened.
No, I was very, I knew I was, it's like I knew I was going to get it, but it just, when I saw the number, I was like, holy crap. Like that's a big number. Like I remember, like the school that I went to, the high school, had I think 1.7k kids, and mate, when you see them all in a fire drill all together on that one oval, massive, right? And I think that 5 times that has subbed to me.
It's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty crazy. That was the first thing that came to my head, is five fire drills at my high school.
That's awesome. You're smashing it. The Tigers, what have you made of our season so far? We've obviously just finished the bye and we've got the doggies this week, but would you give what you've seen so far a pass mark? Is there some highs and lows, and what have you liked, disliked in certain players and whatnot?
Yeah. If I had to like rank our season out of 10, I'm very much on the optimistic side of like, I'd probably give it like an 8. Like I think we've actually done really well. I think we've genuinely exceeded expectations. Like, when you think about it, all us Tiger fans knew that we were going to get a win or two at least somewhere. But considering there were experts, I should say, you know, on radio and all that were literally having us win no games, is to think that we've already got 3 of them. And I mean, one of them was against Carlton, which I think, in my opinion, as a Richmond fan, one of the best wins I have ever seen in my life. So happy with the wins that we've got. I think the young core's been really good. I think we've randomly found a lot of really good role players this year, which I didn't think was something that people had us really doing coming into the season. And I think a couple of those role players we're going to be ranking, you know, a little bit higher today on our tier list, because some of them are playing really good.
Yeah, no, exactly right. This is a good call from Massimo. You're bigger than Gold Coast now. There you go. You got a bigger membership base than the Suns. That's a great way to look at it.
Dead set.
What about some of the youngsters?
KFC comment, bro. I swear, someone just commented about me getting cut. There we go.
You can upgrade from KFC now.
What is there an upgrade of KFC? There's nothing wrong with the Zinger box.
No, some tenders. No, you can't go wrong with that.
No, 100%.
What about some of the youngsters we've seen come through? I know on our tier list, which we'll bring up shortly, we didn't actually rank the youngsters at the start of the year because we obviously didn't know a hell of a lot about them. But now that we do know a little bit more about them, what have you thought of like your Sam Lawlers and Jonty Fall, Luke Traynor and players like that? Have any of them impressed you more than others? Yeah,
well, I think, there's been a lot of talk of our young core. And I mean, I wouldn't say they've been the biggest, rises of expectation from my opinion. I mean, Sam Lawler, some of the stuff we're seeing him do is crazy, right?
Yeah.
But as the pick number one, you're going to have some type of expectation that he's going to do pretty well. The key forwards have been all right. Again, there's nothing that's, to me, fully jumping off the page. I mean, they're so young. Like at 18 years old, I didn't even know what a girl was. So to think that they're out here playing AFL and they're doing really well, while they're at it, they're the ones that you kind of expected what you're seeing. But I think if I had to pick one that's really jumping off, I mean, Luke Traynor, to me, like, I think he looks like an absolute star. Like, he hasn't been able to do anything in the moments that he's played forward or wing. But man, like, he looks like he's going to be such a good backman going forward. And I'm happy they're moving him up the ground, because the reality is our backline is stacked right now. Like, I think our backline's really good. Yeah. And I think they're giving him a taste of what to expect, if he does have to move up the ground and he's matched up on a wingman, or if he's moved up really, up the ground and he's, matched up on someone else like a midfielder. He's learning absolutely every different facet of the game right now. And in 2 or 3 years' time, when Broady's retired, etc., he is going to really, really fit into that role as a good third or fourth tall, I think, on the team.
So you reckon long-term he's a defender? That's where you would have him long-term?
Yeah, 100%. Richmond have him as a defender long-term. They just know our backline is. I mean, I think our backline's above average. Everything else is probably pretty below average. And you just can't get a crack in the backline right now. So they're itching.
It makes sense. I mean, I heard Uze in his press conference today, someone was asking about Jaden Shaw with him coming back in a couple of weeks. Would he go back into the backline? And even Uze said on Jaden Shaw that, well, the backline's pretty settled at the moment, so may have to find another role, which I know a lot of us have speculated on. So I tend to agree with you that if it's set like that, then there's no harm in giving Traynor exposure in other parts of the ground. I don't mind him as a winger, but I tend to agree that long-term, once some of those other defenders do retire, he's definitely going to feel a big void down there. But yeah, he looks super. He's just, he's a competitive animal, and I love the way he goes about it. All right, we'll bring up the tier list. Yeah, Voston replacement. Well, there's Voston and Broad. I mean, Gibkiss is the other one who's on the verge of coming back shortly too. I think a lot of us forget how highly touted he was as a junior. I was reading his draft profile the other day, and he was ranked, the number 1 intercept defender in the whole of the draft. So if he can get back to doing that type of stuff, that would be a pretty big win for us too.
Yeah, well, he was dominating Carlton before the ACL injury. I think people seem to forget that at halftime, I think, weren't we up by like 20 points or something like that? And he was killing. I think he was on Mackay or someone. He was killing them. And as soon as he went down, I think our other key back at the time, whoever that was, went down. Tyler Young, maybe. Yeah, that's when we lost that game a year ago. That was, really bad loss.
Yeah, he's going to be super when he comes back. Someone's asked for your opinion on Widescreen's asked, what do you rate Uze's coaching?
Well, I actually, funnily enough, you know how you have like a community page on your channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to use that as of late, and I put out a little post saying I actually shook Adam Uze's hand the other night, which was so random. Yeah, which was so random. I posted about it and it got like over 30 likes. It's the most liked post, I think, on my community tab. But basically, I was at my friend's game who plays for the Stingrays, and my best mate, who's his brother, just says to me, that guy's got a big nose behind you. And I didn't realize he said that taking the piss for me to look. And I look at this guy with a big nose, and it's freaking Adam Uze just sitting like right behind me. I just looked at him like, why would you do that to me? And I never go up to I never go up to anyone at the footy or anything, but I was just like, you know what? The amount of shit this guy has copped, I just felt like going up to him. I just said to him, look, I don't really want to disturb you. Like in my head, I'm like, I hate doing this, but I just said, you know, I really like what you've been doing. I think you've been doing an exceptional job. And that's all I said to him. And he put his hand out to handshake me and just said, thanks, mate. I really appreciate it.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah. Well, it was funny. His wife saw me coming. She knew straight away. Her eyes like looked at me, and she had the big smile, and I could tell in her head she's like, oh shit.
Like, he's either going to cop a spray from this bloke, or he's just going to try and sit down next to him and have a 10-minute conversation. Yeah, genuinely 5-second conversation. Like I said, that's good though. He was acknowledged it and shook your hand. That's nice. That's
and he was super under. Yeah, he was at his son was playing for the opposition team. Right. They were playing Oakley. Yeah, so he was watching his son play, and he was super nonchalant as he would be.
Yeah.
So
it's
that
was just a person
it.
at the end of the day, isn't he? He's just another random out there watching his kid play footy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've sat near like so many AFL players at like things like this, and never have I ever thought, you know what, I'm gonna go shake this guy's hand. But there you go. That's my response to the question. Is I think Uze's doing a really good job. So much so that I wanted to shake his hand.
I like it. I think he is too. Well, that's a wrap for the tier list tonight. Thank you, mate, for jumping back on. I really appreciate your insight. It's good fun doing these ones, and we'll pencil in another time for the end of the season and see if we have any more people jump up into the A list. But hopefully everyone enjoyed that. Thank you to everybody for tuning in and for dropping some comments in the chat as well. Make sure you get around Centre Half Bench, Jordan's channel. He's hit 10,000 subs, but he is absolutely flying at the moment, so make sure you get around him. Does drop the Tiger content as well, so it's another Tiger space amongst other bits and pieces, which was good. Well, enjoy the rest of your night, mate. Thank you again, and we'll see you for the end of the season one.
100%. We gotta run this back, I reckon.
That's it. Hopefully we've got a few more wins to talk about as well.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, guys. Until next time, go Tigers, and hopefully we get a win on Sunday, or just be competitive. Anything like that would be wonderful.